What if I told you that the reality you think you're observing is just a shadow on a wall? Or at least this is what Plato thought around 2400 years ago. And this is known as Plato's Allegory of the cave. Imagine a bunch of prisoners chained together inside a cave and they can only see what's in front of them, nothing else. And then there's fire behind them, and between them and the fire is where everything is happening. Because their back is on the reality, they cannot see anything. They can only see the shadows that are reflected on the wall in front of them. So the shadow becomes their reality. They start predicting them. They give them names. And they believe that that's everything that's happening. And here's where things get interesting. Imagine one prisoner getting loose. He'll break the chain. And the moment he turns around, the fire starts burning his eyes. It's painful. And every single thing in him is begging him to turn back and look at the reality that he thought was real. But he keeps going further and further. Eventually, he comes out of the cave. The first thing he sees out of the cave is the sunlight. Again, burning, painful, but real. And here's the part nobody talks about. The chain was comfortable. Every single step outside the comfort zone was painful. But the reward is the reality that you'll get. I think about this a lot, and I think most of us, me included, are in the chain, looking at the shadows and thinking that's the reality. We are keeping ourselves in that safe spot, that comfort zone, and we think that's all the reality there is. But I decided I want to take that pain and see what's outside the cave. So that's where my challenges are coming from. I'm gonna do things that scare me, that are challenging, and I find very, very hard for myself. I really don't think these challenges are gonna make me a better person or have a big impact on my life, but I think every single one of these things that I find personally very hard would be a step towards the fire and eventually outside the cave for me. There's a shelf in my house, and there's an empty spot in it that I want to fill with the YouTube Creator Award. I don't think I can get there with just staring at the wall. My first challenge is going to start this week. So here I am, turning around and seeing what's out there. If you want to join me in the journey, please subscribe to see what comes next. Also, if there's any challenges that you think you've already done in your life, please let me know. That will be encouraging for me.